Anthony Edwards is quickly becoming one of the most exciting players in the NBA, and every time he steps on the court, it feels like something explosive is about to happen. He is athletic, fearless, confident, and built for highlights. He attacks defenders, plays with swagger, and brings an energy that makes fans believe they are watching the next face of the league. So, the easy take sounds obvious. Anthony Edwards is special. Anthony Edwards is a future superstar. Anthony Edwards is already one of the most dangerous young players in basketball. But here's the uncomfortable question people are starting to ask more often. Is Anthony Edwards truly taking that next step into superstardom, or are people falling in love with the highlights and personality a little too quickly? Because when you break his game down, the conversation becomes more interesting. There is no question that Edwards has elite physical tools. He is powerful, explosive, and strong enough to finish through contact while still having the burst to create separation. He can score in bunches and completely shift the momentum of a game in just a few possessions. That is real star-level ability. But star ability and full superstardom are not always the same thing. That is where the debate begins. The highest level players do not just create excitement, they create control. They bring pressure every possession, and they make the game feel organized around them no matter what the defense does. With Edwards, there are still stretches where the decision making is rushed, the shot selection becomes questionable, and the game feels more emotional than controlled. Now, to be fair, that is also part of what makes him dangerous. He does not hesitate. He is willing to attack, willing to take big shots, and willing to challenge established stars without backing down. That kind of confidence is rare, especially for a young player. Edwards does not wait for the moment. He tries to create it. And that aggression is a big reason why so many people believe he's already on the path to becoming a top-tier superstar. But here is where things get real. Can he consistently balance that aggression with control? Because the difference between an exciting scorer and a true franchise-level player is usually not talent, it is discipline. It is knowing when to attack, when to slow down, and when to trust the play instead of forcing the moment. That is the part still developing. There are games where Edwards looks unstoppable and completely ready for the next level. Then there are games where the efficiency drops, the reads come too fast, and the offense feels forced instead of controlled. And when that happens, people start questioning whether the hype is moving faster than the actual growth. There is also the issue of consistency. The top players do not just show flashes, they deliver results every night. They make the right decision more often than not, and they control the game even when they are not scoring. Edwards is getting there, but he is not fully there yet. And that is what makes this debate real. If you judge him on highlights, confidence, and raw force, he looks like a future top 5 player. But if you judge him on complete control, decision making, and consistency, there is still another level he has to reach. That does not mean the hype is wrong, it just means it may be early. And once expectations rise, every mistake becomes louder, every missed shot matters more, and every decision gets judged differently. That is how superstardom works. So now the real question is not whether Anthony Edwards is talented. We already know he is. The real question is whether he is already where people say he is, or whether we are watching a player with incredible tools who is still putting everything together. Because if he sharpens his decision making, improves consistency, and learns to control the pace of the game, then the ceiling is extremely high. But until that happens consistently, the conversation stays open. Do you agree, or am I completely wrong?